Hello, welcome. I'm Mr. Van Leader and this is Modern Warfare 2. Maybe you recognise it. You can see my class and whatnot in the layout periphery, and before anyone says anything, I know I stole this idea. Lots of people have done this before I have, so fair play to whoever the inventor of this convention is. You certainly get the respect and thanks of everyone who tries to copy you, and the sense of pride that comes from having created it. Don't get any money though. I also know that this layout's not the best example of this genre, so if you've got any constructive comments, please leave them in the normal place. I feel that the lack of slickness in this layout can be attributed to two main factors, and hear me out on this. Number one, it was a first attempt. It took ages to get everything lined up right, and by the time I'd finished and really wanted to change a few things, I'd grown a long beard and hadn't eaten or slept for about 5 days. Number two, I'm too cheap to buy either Photoshop or Sony Vegas Pro, both of which would have been extremely helpful in making this. So now I've spent as much time talking about the layout as I normally would about the class I'm using, I can move on to the commentary. I had a few things that I wanted to talk about in this commentary, and then something happened on the way home, and I've changed my mind and I've decided to use this august platform, this platform anyway, to talk about that. If I can change the behaviour of one person, if I can reach out to just one of you, it will have been well worth it. That issue, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say, is one that affects all people in any country in the history of the world, and that is why some people can't drive. Yeah, okay. So, I was driving home before on a trunk road, some say motorway, some say freeway. I don't know how it works wherever you are, but in England we have a slow lane for trucks and for people who want to drive slowly, and then you have progressively faster lanes that you can use to overtake the people driving slower. You're not supposed to undertake people unless you can't do anything about it. So I'm following this Volvo in the fast lane. He's doing 55 miles an hour, which really isn't fast enough for me, and what wound me up is that there wasn't anything in the slow lane at all. He was slowly overtaking nobody. And when I say nobody, I don't mean that there was nobody directly in the slower lane next door to him. I mean that there was nobody for about half a mile ahead of him, and this bastard was going to sit there at 55 in the fast lane forever. Now, I'm beginning to rage at this guy, you know. Just get out of Just get I'm doing you for 2 miles. And in between my raging, I noticed that he had a Jesus fish on the back of his car, and this isn't the first time that I've run afoul of the Jesus fished vehicles, and I was wondering if there's any correlation to this. I'm not saying for any moment that Christians can't drive. I know Ayrton Senna was a fantastic Grand Prix driver and a very Catholic man coming from Brazil. I also know that all of the NASCAR drivers in America are probably pretty religious because they're all from the South, and I'm pretty sure I'm right in thinking that you actually get shot there if you don't go to church at least, say, once a month. So, I'm not running the Christians down at all, but I'm just wondering if there's something to the type of person that has the Jesus fish on the back of their car. Now, I'm not a religious man in any sense, but if I was, I don't think that I'd be driving a Volvo with its side impact protection system, the safest car in the world. Don't think that I'd be driving it at 55 miles an hour. I think I'd be driving a Porsche 911 with my seatbelt off, driving with my chin, and drinking a triple Jack Daniels and something. Yeah. The important thing to note is, if you're religious, drive fast or just at least get out of my way. This isn't obviously uniquely a phenomenon attributed to those with the Jesus fished vehicles. I've also noticed that old people really can't drive. Now, the media often runs down the younger generation, the 17-year-old speed merchants, and you know, I've never been in a situation on the road where someone who was 17 and trying to drive a bit fast was a problem to me. I mean, generally these people haven't got extremely fast cars, so you know they can't do 1,000,000 miles an hour, and far more often I'm confronted by an accident waiting to happen who happens to be someone of the older generation. Again, I'm not implying for one moment that nobody beyond a certain age can drive, but maybe there should be something in the licensing. Let some people drive at 12 if they're capable, and you know, take the licenses away of people who just can't do it. Like, have the police just pull people over. No, I'm sorry, your driving wasn't up to it. We're going to take your license away for 6 months. You can do the test again, and we'll see. Yeah, those are my views on the subject. Sometimes I think that people who've drunk 10 pints are better than some of these people who are driving around stone cold sober. So I've never attempted drink driving myself, and I very much don't recommend it. It's certainly illegal. It's almost certainly very, very dangerous. The one thing I have attempted whilst being drunk is playing Call of Duty, and from this I can establish that doesn't improve my reactions one bit, and I do very, very badly indeed. So if that can be applied to driving round when you've had 15 pints, then it probably indicates it's not a great idea. What it does mean for me is seems like it would be a pretty funny video to make. So if anyone is up for some kind of scientific experiment, get a white lab coat on and drink 6 Jack and Cokes, and 12, 15. I genuinely don't know what the limit should be, but get 6 guys who are absolutely wasted and pit them up against 6 people who haven't had anything to drink, and record the results and see what happens. See if you're in any way interested in taking part in this important scientific endeavour, then please come to my channel, send me a message, make contact with me somehow, and we'll see if we can get it rolling. We may be not curing cancer or discovering the meaning of life, but we're getting the important issues covered, really. So yeah, let's do that. Obviously you have to be 18 or whatever the drinking age is in your country to take part. Again, certainly don't break the law in any way. Be very interesting to see if we could get someone from one of these countries where all drugs are legal. Looking at you, Portugal, I think, to get involved. We could maybe have a team of drunks against a team of people on LSD. But anyway, that's the video. Please come visit my channel, subscribe to me, comment this video, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Bye.